What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the quartering, and we are in now day 1,746,000 of the Johnny v. Amber saga. A situation that is bizarrely being suppressed here on YouTube. If you even say their names, YouTube seems to be bearing this stuff. They seem to be trying to disincentivize people from covering it by removing ads from the videos. Look, I do enough videos a day that it isn't a huge deal to me to have one of them be yellow. But I will say, shout out to other people who are covering this, like Yellow Flash, that Umbrella guy. It takes a bigger chunk from them to willingly go into a topic knowing that there's really no financial benefit to covering it. So huge shout out to those guys. And huge shout out to you, the viewers, for continuing to share these videos and be involved in the comment section and stuff like that. It means a lot. And hopefully today will be the day you click that red button right below this video that says subscribe. Nearly 40% of my viewers are not subscribed, and I'm hoping today will be the day I earn that. Now, it would appear that the judge is getting a little tired of all of this. And Amber's sister now admits that she lived in Johnny's beautiful home despite allegedly knowing about all the bad behavior. Amber's sister had no qualms about living rent-free in Johnny's lavish penthouse despite asserting that the actor was a bad person with her older sibling. Whitney Henriquez, 31, admitted at the actor's trial in London that she was aware of the alleged bad behavior when she took up residence in 2014 in the same ritzy Los Angeles building as the couple. Quote, "You certainly would not have lived in the next door penthouse apartment for a period of 1 year if for one moment you thought that it was going to be the next door apartment was your sister was being hit," one of his lawyers claimed. She replies, "It was happening and I chose to live there anyway." Some sister. She spent a year in the one of the 5 posh penthouses that Depp owned in Eastern Columbia building, in which he plunked down a combined $7 million to own. The others were occupied by Heard's pal Rocky Pennington and her then husband Joshua Drew, as well as his friend Isaac Barrick, who also lived there rent-free. Henriquez said she was ultimately kicked out of the digs when Amber claimed she was selling photos and information on the couple's private nuptials, an allegation the sister has denied. "I think she was hurt," Henriquez said, adding the couple at the episode caused a period of estrangement between them. Of course, the judge himself seems to be at his wit's end with a lot of this stuff. And, you know, ultimately, I think everyone else is too. Here on Cinema Blend, Amber admits that she struck Johnny. I mean, what have we found out here other than Amber did a lot of bad things and that were either admitted to by her or were corroborated by witnesses? Also, by the way, I will continue to say I don't believe Johnny is completely innocent in all this either. It's just that one of them had a disparaging article written about them, and one of them wrote a terrible hit piece on the other one. So while I sympathize with Amber for being in a bad marriage, clearly that's where that ends. The ongoing battle between Johnny and the newspaper over the claims. Now, yesterday, Amber was asked about the incident that allegedly took place in March of 2015 that was referred to as the stairs incident. Johnny's barrister said the actress punched him in the face, according to Deadline. Amber admitted to having done so. Full stop. Now, here's where the spin comes in. but claims she did it because she feared the actor was going to push her sister, Whitney Henriquez, down the stairs. She says the fear came due to the rumor that the actor had done that to somebody else previously. So even in oh my God, this woman is diabolical. Okay. First of all, if you had heard that it had happened before, why were you still there? If you actually believe that. And it's also awfully convenient that you both admit that you raised your hands to Johnny, but then also immediately followed up with a smear job that you couldn't prove. Oh, I heard that Kate Moss was involved. No evidence, of course. She admitted to doing so with a closed fist, though she denied spitting on him or throwing a can at him, which Depp's side claimed also happened, probably did. Heard also stated that Depp had done the same to her sister in the same altercation. Heard made it clear that it was the first time she had ever done that to Johnny, though she claims she'd been dealing with his bad behavior for some time prior. Yes, it's his fault. Stop hitting yourself, Johnny. Now, it's interesting to me, again, I don't think that Johnny is guiltless in this, but he's already paid the price. Like, I don't understand what people don't understand about that. I know you, my stunning, beautiful, and intelligent viewer, you get it. You know what I'm talking about. You're smelling what I'm stepping in. You know that we know Johnny has already paid the price in the press, with his reputation, losing movies. Amber has not paid any price. And I think it's almost undeniable that both are equally bad actors in this. And I use that term loosely. Now, one other piece of information that seemed to come out today says Johnny is a remarkable man when he's clean, but on the other side of him was a monster, Amber said. In her 4th day in the box, her ex-husband's case, she was always hoping that Johnny would get off the junk. Now, the court has heard that in a series of text messages with her mother, Paige, in March 2013, Heard described Depp as bad and crazy. He said, "I'm heartbroken that this is who I love." We also know this lawsuit. Now, on Thursday, though, Heard was questioned by Sasha Wass, which represents NGN, who read out the text messages the actress sent her mother in March 22nd and 23rd of 2013. You know what I find interesting? This is what I think is interesting. How come any of this matters? Isn't the question whether or not the newspaper knew? Like, did they know at the time that these things were happening? Because if they didn't, doesn't that just mean Johnny wins? What point does any of this coming out have unless they can prove that they knew it? That's what's so weird to me. Wass told the court that in one texter's mother, Heard wrote, "It's terrible, Mom. I don't know what to do." Another read, "He's nuts, Mom. I'm heartbroken." In a third, "I feel like I'm on a very fast train that's about to explode, but I don't want to jump off and leave my love behind. So I stay on the train even though I know it's about to." And that's really unfortunate. I do believe that Johnny has his issues, again, and I do believe that Amber probably did love him for a short period of time. And being in these type of relationships isn't uncommon. I know there are people watching me right now that have dated somebody or been married to somebody who is self-destructive, but you just don't want to leave them behind because you're worried. You think you can fix them. You think if you leave, then they're going to go really nuts. But again, none of this has to do with what the newspaper printed. Does it add some credence to the things that Amber wrote in this op-ed where she totally didn't name Johnny, but everyone knew she was writing about Johnny? Maybe, but it's all just hearsay. Wass told the court that Heard's mother had suggested she informed her father, to which the actress replied, "I can't tell Dad." She explained to the court, "I felt safe to tell my mother, but I didn't know how my dad would react. I had never been in the situation before, and I didn't know if he would react badly to Johnny, and I didn't want to make it worse. She also cited texts between Heard and Depp's then assistant, Nathan Holmes, which were sent on March 22nd. Depp, who is said to have been due on set at the time of filming a part of a documentary he was making about Rolling Stone guitarist Keith Richards. Holmes texted Heard around noon, said, "On my way to get him," to which Heard replied, "Trying to wake him now." The court Heard texted Holmes just before 6 to say, "Success, he's coming down." What was going on between noon and 6 o'clock that evening? Heard replied, "Johnny refused to leave. He was doing all sorts of bad things. He was saying we really need to work this out and we need to get to the bottom of it." Again, okay, so none of this proves anything. Depp is going over the article, the headline, the Harry Potter thing. His lawyers say that the article bore the meaning that that there was overwhelming evidence, and Depp had done these things on a number of occasions. NGN is defending the article as true and says Depp was controlling and verbally bad towards Heard, particularly when he was under the influence. The blockbuster case, the biggest English libel trial of the 21st century, is due to finish next week with closing submissions from both sides' legal teams on Monday and Tuesday. Here's what I think is going to happen. I think Johnny Depp is going to lose. I think he's going to lose this case because it's extremely difficult to prove this. What I also think, though, is that he has successfully dragged her down with him. And as schadenfreude as it is, or whatever, maybe that's not it, but I guess I can understand that as a moral victory. I don't think he's going to get any big judgment here. Because it seems like everything that everybody's reporting isn't around whether or not the newspaper actually knew. Yeah, this stuff came out. It's like, I say something that's a lie. I know I can't prove it, but just because it happened to be right, that they should get off, I don't agree with that. But I'm getting a bad feeling based on the way the media is covering this. But then again, they tend to be biased. I will continue to cover this as all major developments happen. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk to you again real soon.